right then it is nearly tournament time and I'm getting myself ready and raring to go, making sure that I'm the most prepared that I can be by practicing, playing and doing lots of different things off the course so that I can give it my best shot. In this video I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to be doing out on the course and the things that I'm going to be thinking about, stuff that I've been working on as well. I'm going to put it to good use, but I want you to come and join me on this journey. So without further ado, let's go. This is Nick Does Golf. Hey golfers, and welcome back to another video here on my channel, Nick Does Golf. It's great to have you here for this one. Today's video is going to be a really good one because I'm talking about everything that I'm going to try and implement into my game, ready for the tournament that I'm playing next week on the Jamaica Pro Tour. I'm really looking forward to it. There are a lot of nerves, I've got to be honest, because I haven't played in a competition in so long, but it'd be good to see where my game is at, how I'm going to compete with lots of the other guys that are playing really well. Just to see where my game is at, to be honest, and go from there, see if I can build on it. But in today's video I'm going to be showing you everything that I'm going to be doing in my practice and what I'm going to be trying to think about when I'm on the golf course. So a little bit of an update for you about what I've been getting up to, how I'm playing and things like that. Off the course I've been trying to get back into training, which I've done. I've been in the gym for just under 2 weeks now, just trying to get a little bit faster, fitter, stronger. I've put the weight on that I wanted to, however now it's a case of managing that, not going too overboard, and I've dropped my calories a little bit. So with that I'm going to feel a little bit lethargic, but I'm trying to hit my protein goals and still maintaining those carbohydrates as well, just to make sure that I've got the energy that I need to when I'm actually playing on the golf course. In terms of my on-course stuff and practicing, I'm trying to work some things out. I haven't really been playing with full flow, to be honest, but I'm just trying to work a few things out. It's not far off at all. There's some good stuff coming along which I'm really happy with. I'm going to try and build on it as best I can, and this is exactly the same reason why I'm going to be showing you today. So this right behind me is exactly what I'm going to be talking about. What things am I going to be thinking about when I'm actually playing in tournaments? Behind me is a par 5. Realistically, it's a solid birdie opportunity, but it's the things that I need to think about prior to actually executing that shot. What are the key variables that I need to be worried about or be really confident about? I need to take all of this information in and choose the best route for me to do this. So in terms of picking a place for where my ball goes, I'm going to set up on the left hand side and really try and hit that natural draw of mine against the slope of the fairway, because it goes left to right quite severely and more often than not ends up in the right rough. So that's not a bad place because it's quite flat. So I'm going to set the ball up on this left hand side. Okay, I can tee it up as well a little bit more just to get a little bit more air time. So it's definitely a driver without doubt. So now in terms of my actual swing and what I'm thinking about currently, I notice with my pelvis, it's quite tilted. If you look at this, look at the state of this here. So my pelvis is tilted forwards, so which is anterior pelvic tilt. Not brilliant. So I'm trying to work on getting my glute muscles a bit stronger, lower back stronger as well, hips, and trying to open those up as well, just so that it can give me a little bit more stability, mobility in my golf swing. Because as soon as I get like this into this solid position here, I find it very difficult to move on the way back, which is obviously going to cause like massive problems on the way down. So I'm going to try and almost exaggerate this and push my pelvis back up, so I'm a little bit more stable, weights in the balls of my feet, and it's going to help me get some more stability in that swing. In terms of actual technique, I'm really trying to focus on getting this good position here, almost feeling like the club head is just outside the hands, and then from there I can lift up. Try not to go too long. I'm really just trying to feel that I'm getting to 3/4 and then releasing from there. So we're going to give it a go. I'm going to aim up the right hand side of the fairway and try and draw it back. So let's visualize the shot and go from there. I will take that any day. You know what, I only really noticed that I had anterior pelvic tilt a couple of years ago, but I haven't really done anything about it until last year, where I've just been trying to stretch things out, just trying to make myself a little bit more mobile. It's weird. Actually, when you look in the mirror, it makes your belly stick out. It's just crazy, and that's all because your lower back comes in and you've got like a little curvature of the spine. It's just one of those things, really. Some of it is hereditary, and then others is due to poor like posture, and basically some of your muscles not working. It's just quite a weird one, so it might be worth you checking it yourself if you struggle with like lower back pain and things like that. Might be worth you checking that out and seeing if it's affecting your golf game. So I've absolutely mullered that drive as expected. It's come into the rough on the right hand side, left myself with about 150 in. Again, the green is going to slope left to right too. Flag is pretty much middle, but I need to make sure that I pitch it far enough left for it to bend round and hopefully give myself an eagle putt. So let's take a look at this. I think it's just run off the back, but we've got a decent look at eagle. Another thing which I'm really trying to focus on with my game is my putting stroke. I'm really liking the use of that little forward press prior to me hitting, acting as a trigger. It's really helping to try and keep my putter on that arc. At the minute, I feel like I'm just trying to flick it, and I get a lot of putts going left and short. I'm thinking with this, it's really going to help that putter to track on the arc, and I'm going to help get my putt. If it's going to miss, it's going to be a decent length just slightly past the hole, or it's obviously going to go in. But the key really is to trying to get that ball to roll end over end. It's going to skid for that first part, but after that I want it to roll end over end. So I've got a line on the ball at the minute, on the line that I've actually sort of worked out. So especially for this one here, it's going to go big turn right to left. All I want is to be able to hit a good putt on the line, let the actual green do the rest of the work, and hopefully it turns into a good result. So let's see how we get on. Here it comes. What an effort. So it's all well and good me practicing around here, but I know this course. I've been playing it for years, probably, what is it now? I'm 26, 10 years I've been playing here now. So it's all well and good me playing and sort of practicing the shots that I pretty much know already and trying to execute them. But I need to go and put that onto the course that I'm going to be playing. So I'm hopefully going to have a practice round next week at some point. Just try and get used to the feel of the course, what its sort of layout is, to be honest, and then just try and work out a plan, get on the course planner and have a look, just really to see and set out a plan of action and a strategy to make sure that I can shoot a good number. I don't want to just be competing and sort of making up the numbers. I want to try and actually make a good score and, you know, challenge. It'd be nice, just try and build some confidence. But to be honest, even if it doesn't go well, I still think that I can build on a lot from actually playing in a competition, because I haven't played in so long. I just think it would be worth me just competing, and then I can see what I need to improve on, really. Don't be a stranger. Check this out. False alarm. It wasn't actually as close as I thought it was, to be honest. It's still a good shot though. The wind blew it off the left hand side, moving it to the right, which moved it actually on line with the flag, so it pitched just over the top, which is right here, and just rolled out about 10 feet. So I've left myself with a good opportunity. There's quite a lot of slope on this putt. Let's see what we can do. So hopefully you've managed to see that I actually put a T-peg down just to visualise the putt better. I really struggle on the greens to visualise the putt coming in, especially when there's a lot of break on it. Really do struggle with that. So I put a T-peg there just to make sure that my start position was right with the golf ball. This is just to help. Obviously you're not allowed to do this in a competition, but for me in practice rounds I try and do it every single time if I can. It just helps in terms of seeing the putt and which direction it's going to go and where it's going to break from. It might be worth you doing something very similar, especially when you're playing out on the course on your own. Unfortunately the birdie didn't drop, but it was quite far downhill. I was surprised, to be honest, that the ball rolled that much, but nevertheless I've gone par, bogey, birdie, par. So I'm level par at the minute. I've got a par 3 to come. I'm just going to do some sort of B-roll with this so you can just get a visualization of what I'm doing and how I play the hole. I'm not really going to talk on it, and then afterwards we're going to face a tricky par 4. That was rubbish. So the plan of action prior to the event's about 10 days away now. So what I want to do is I've got the next couple of days off. So I'm just really going to be practicing, maybe make a couple of videos for you guys just to put on the channel. And then I've got 4 days of work, so I can't really do a lot with that. I'm going to train as well on my days off, just try and get a little bit more speed in my game, and just a bit more stability, just to help with the swing and just help generally with everything to do with my golf game. So I've got that, and then I've got a day off prior to the event, so I'm just going to be doing some light practice, not really going to be hitting it hard, hopefully focusing on the things that currently I'm not 100% with, so I'm just really going to work on that. And then once I've done that, hopefully by the time that the tournament comes around, I'll have managed to sort of ingrained it into my game, and it'll just come natural. You don't really want to be thinking about a lot out on the course, you just want to go out and play golf. So that's the plan really. And then I'm not sure what my tee time is yet, but that will come through in due course, and then I can sort of make a plan for that day. So I've got a lot of things to sort of get used to, if you like. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully I'll manage to play a lot of good golf, but you never know, it's a funny sport. So we'll try our best, but that's the plan going forwards prior to the event. So I'm 1 over after the 8th. I made a stupid little chip, sort of got a little bit unlucky, dodgy banks to the left, but left myself with a tricky 8-9 footer, and it just unfortunately moved to the left. So I'm 1 over, par 5 to finish though on this 9th hole. More than doable. I can't reach it in 2, but I can certainly pitch it close with the 3rd one. It's a layup. Let's see what I can do. That is a perfect layup. The game's definitely coming, you know. If I was to just practice a little bit more than I was allowed to at the minute, like the schedule with work and stuff like that, just to get some money behind me in order to play these events, it's sort of a difficult thing to balance. You either take on the work and miss out on the golf, or play the golf and obviously risk not making any money at the minute. So it's a difficult one, but obviously I've got to take the hit, see how I get on. If it doesn't pay off after a certain amount of events, then look to play on some smaller ones, maybe some one-day events, and go from there really. There's a lot of options for me to play in. There's some good tournaments, some good well-funded tournaments that actually pay out really well. It's just a case of, at the minute, just sort of finding my feet, not sort of be a deer in the headlights, if you like. Just sort of ground my feet and just see how we get on. That's the initial thing that I want to do. If I can do that, and say for example I play well, I win one, that's the aim. Obviously you don't enter just to, like I said before, make up the numbers. So there's lots of things that you want to do. You want to obviously enter these tournaments and win. So that's what I'm going to do, and we're going to see how we get on. Whoa, so that was a close one. Luckily I've managed to stay clear. Let's see if I can get a nice little chip close to the flag to finish level par. Hit a hard patch. Yes, so lovely way to finish. Nice birdie on the last, level par, so pretty steady to be honest. There's a few little bits and pieces which I'm going to be working on over the next week, 10 days or so prior to the tournament, just so I can integrate it into my game. This is the thing that I'm really wanting to sort of work on. Not so sort of overcomplicate it, just really make sure that my game is ready basically. I'm going to be really confident, or as confident as I can be. There are obviously going to be a lot of nerves, but with your support I know that I'm going to give it my best shot, and if it doesn't pay off then it's not going to be the end of the world. Like, it's not my entire living at the moment. Obviously the dream is for it to be my entire living and sort of do well with it, but at the minute it's not the be all and end all. So I'm going to work hard, make sure that I get myself in the best condition that I can do, make sure I'm ready for that tournament very soon. So if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button, ding, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Is your practice very similar? What things are you working on currently? I would love to know. Of course, subscribe to my channel, you know what to do. Hit that big red button, really appreciate it. And check out all my social media platforms, they are all in the description box down below. Thanks very much for watching, I hope you found that really insightful. All the best and see you on the next video.